Olá, bem-vindo a uma entrevista da FLAP Internacional. Nós estamos aqui em Mobile, Alabama, com a CEO, Chief Executive Officer da Continental Aerospace, o grupo internacional que hoje é responsável pelos motores Continental, que todo mundo conhece no Brasil. Mrs. Karen Young, it's such an honor to have you here on FLAP Magazine. Thanks for this opportunity.
So nice to have an opportunity like this, and welcome to Alabama.
Thank you so very much. Tell us a little bit about your background. Where do you study, where you're from, and how do you end up being the Chief Executive Officer of Continental?
Oh, it's quite a story.
I want to hear that.
I was born in China, raised in China. In 1994, I came to United States. And after that, I've been several companies, including the major companies, Chrysler, by that time still called Chrysler. I've been there for 16 years, and after that, I have a couple more companies experience before I landed in Continental Aerospace. In July 2017, I joined Continental as a global CFO. And about a year, I had to return to Michigan to care my family since they could not relocate to Alabama. In the meantime, I joined another company as a global CFO, was responsible for more than 100 manufacturing facilities in 26 countries.
Okay.
Beginning of 2020, with the Continental Board's successful convincing effort, I rejoined Continental on February the 5th of 2020. In September 2021, I stepped into the current position as a global CEO and president for Continental Aerospace Technologies. Since then, I start my rewarding and challenging career new chapter with the winning team.
Wow, that's a beautiful, incredible story. So when was the year when you left China, the mainland China, to come to America?
It was 1994.
94, you came to America.
Yes.
But then you started right off the bat with Chrysler?
Actually, no. I work for a company. It's called Arden Company.
Okay.
It's a mid-size of manufacturing company.
Your original training or studies finance, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And where did you graduate it?
I got my first master's degree at University of Detroit Mercy. Then after a few years, I start my second master's degree as an MBA at University of Michigan.
Okay. Well, that's a fascinating story because probably will never end. When you were graduating or studying finance, you never thought that you would be part of the aviation world, right? I mean, you were with the automobile maker, which has some correlations. But now, Continental is part of the AVIC group, which is based in China. It's one of the growing companies, one of the most important aviation companies in China. How often do you talk to them? How often do you fly back or have meetings in China?
I travel globally as needed. Mainly, I travel for visiting our major OEM customers, distributors, and vendors.
Okay.
So I travel Europe, China, many countries over there.
Okay.
Is as a business needed.
Right. But not specifically you'd have to return to China.
I do not need to go to China for reporting for anything.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, yes, AVIC is our largest shareholder. However, AVIC doesn't hold the majority stake.
Okay.
So we have a full independent board and governance system. So we make all the business decision depends on the market dynamics and also the market opportunities.
Okay.
So we have all the freedom to make the right things and do the right things for all the stakeholders.
Perfect. That's very comprehensive. I understand that Continental, it's not only focused on the aviation market. You do other kinds of engines. Can you elaborate a little bit about the other lines of products?
Well, actually, at the beginning when we found Continental, there was a clear mission to build a reliable engines. by that time, I believe Continental offered different type of engines from 2 to 6 cylinders, horsepower from 15 to 60 horsepower. By that time, it's a perfectly fit on the auto, marine, or sometimes even tank.
Right.
However, amid of the 20th centuries, the company switched the focus from those perspective to the aerospace. So here we are. We basically is a focus on the general aviation at this moment, but we never say never.
Interesting. We are here in Alabama. The company is celebrating 120 years. How do you find the challenge of running a 120 years old company?
I will admit, running a company with 120 years rich legacy would like piloting the vintage aircraft. It is beautiful and built to last. However, occasionally we need to add some oil, and it comes with an instructions in the language no one speaks anymore. It comes with a unique package with a lot of opportunities and challenges. One of the challenges is staying resilient and motivated while we still honoring the good legacy and value that have driven a great success in the past. And meanwhile, we push ourselves and industry to adopt the new advanced technology. For example, the FedEx controls Jet A engines. Additionally, we need to meet rising expectations from our customers and modernizing the system and solutions to help the company, business, and our team to grow.
Okay, since you're talking about modernizing, change, and evolution, can you develop a little bit about the prospects of new technologies regarding fuel or other system? You just mentioned FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, is it Continental investing or developing in new sources of fuel for the engines?
Mm-hmm. Yes, actually, we put a lot of effort and join with other leaders in this general aviation leaders to help the whole industry to transit into the more cleaner and greener and more cost-effective unleaded fuel. So since 2013, we already start a lot of researching and testing. So we believe that is an entire commitment, not only just from Continental, but also from the entire industry. So we will continue work on the new and advanced technology, helping the industry, the commitment like that. And also we would look at a lot of opportunities such as, how to continue develop our Jet A diesel engines, because this is really immediately availability solutions. And with the digital control, which is the FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, look at the hybrids, electrics, and many others opportunities to help to bring the new technology to life.
Okay, we just spoke a little bit from the more technical, from the machine part of the business. Let's talk a little bit about the soft part, the people. Being a woman coming from a different part of the world, do you find challenging to understand and translate and create or foster a international culture, using your background, using your skills, using your experiences as a CEO of a more than a century-old all-American company based in the south of the US?
I'm so happy you asked this type of question, because I'm so proud and cannot wait to tell you how great the Continental team is. Maybe what you mentioned about those challenges existing everywhere, including Continental. However, since I have a great team, those challenges are quite easy to overcome, I would say that. I believe that somehow, somewhere, as a lot of stories will happen to prove that being a woman is very tough to lead the man-dominated industry. However, once you have a great team and you have a great heart to the company, you make all the decisions right and do the right thing. Don't care who's right, but care what's right. I think you will win all the trust and respect.
Well, it's wonderful. I mean, I was going to ask you if you felt throughout your career some sort of prejudice because you're a woman in an industry that is dominated by men.
Sometimes as a woman does have some advantage as well. I think as a woman is very focused on detail. Maybe we can get some good aspects. Normal people did not pay attention. We turn that become an opportunity. So I do see no matter it's man or woman, does have a special trait and advantage and also the value to all the employers and to the teams.
Talking more specifically about the market, how do you see the sales of the company in a time frame of 2 years? Are we on a good position, on an upward trend? Sales are looking flat. How do you see the market developing?
I would say it's a challenging but promising. From the overall GA industry, I do see the steady demand and interest on the growth.
Okay.
And from Continental perspective, I see and witness increasing interest, especially on our Jet A engines. We provide a very high quality and good service as a good value package to our aviator globally. So, and also we have a very strong backlog. So I would say from Continental perspective, the business is going very good and smooth.
Okay. That may be a little bit of a tricky question. If you don't want to answer, that's totally okay. But the new government is levying taxes and there's this trade war. Is this in any way hampering the growth of Continental? Is this getting in the way of your business plans already, or is there any impact that you are feeling now?
It's a very good question. And I feel this is a hard question as well. Everybody would like to know how the other companies handle this situation. At this moment, Continental do not see a significant impact yet. On top of it, we have a global footprint for our customer base and also mature global supply chain network. So we believe and we also are ready to adjust any strategy we need. We do have very good level of flexibility and agility to adapt any evolving market situation.
Okay. Well, do you foresee that these gains in the process, these gains in efficiency will dribble down and provide more accessible products, or you're going to use probably a wider margin to fuel a beefed up growth?
That is a very good question. And we see our commitment to the industry with a significant investment over here. And we do see the efficiency. However, we have a lot materials, labor costs, all those increasing. And we carefully transfer the cost to the market. So we digest significant as well.
Not surprisingly, from what I read about you,
Mm-hmm.
you are a person that values a lot the culture, fostering the right spirit and the right mood for people to give their best. What is your taking on that? I mean, do you have a secret recipe or something that you can, not a secret recipe, but something that we can share with the people that are watching you? What would you give as a suggestion for someone that wants to create, to foster a great corporate culture?
I would say a lot of people, even though nowadays, still don't think culture is important. So I'm so happy to hear this question from you. I hope my answer can help some people in the future or at this moment struggling whether we should spend the effort to build a culture. Because the culture basically is just the value of the company. If you don't have a solid culture, and very easy, a lot of team members do not know where to go, how to do, who to listen. So the right culture will build not only just the strong team, but also build the strong leadership.
Amazing.
So that's why I always emphasize culture goes first. And culture comes from top to end. So to answer your question, if we want to build a healthy culture, I need to lead by example. I could not say I hold the people accountable, but I don't hold myself accountable. So I want to be and try to be a leader who could deliver and who could guide the team and coach the team and provide the platform to the team to continue grow professionally and personally. And meanwhile, through that, I could earn the trust and respect from those who are around me.
Beautiful. Karen, you're a young, successful businesswoman. You have proven yourself in the helm of a 120-year-old company. Where do you see yourself as a person in 10 years from now?
First of all, I respectfully correct you, I'm not young anymore. So to answer your question, the first thing I would like to lead Continental as a leader of the general aviation power solution to be more influential to the market by delivering the cutting edge technology and the new standard of service to this industry, and also provide the right talents, not only just for the benefit of the company, but also the benefit to themselves, to seeing growing in the Continental family. It is a very unique opportunity for them to grow professionally and personally. This is the number one. Number two, I would like to see myself can do more for our team members. I always told my team, I will take care of you so that you can take care of stakeholders.
Karen, we are here in your facility in Alabama. Tell our viewers, what are we looking at right now?
Oh, you're looking at the brand new building we call Blue Marlin project over here. We combined 11 old facilities into one. And all the new machines you are seeing over here is worth it more than $56 million.
How many people work in this facility?
Roughly 360 people.
And how many in a worldwide basis are part of the
More than
Continental?
600.
600 people form the Continental family.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Karen, thank you so very much. It was wonderful talking to you. You extended the red carpet for us here in Mobile, Alabama. We're going to be celebrating tonight 120 years of Continental, the first 120 years of Continental. And you're mostly welcome to Brazil. I understand that you have the visa, but you haven't come down there. You're most cordially invited to visit us there.
It's my honor. I look forward to the trip to visit you and also visit our aviators at the pursuit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pessoal, essa foi a nossa querida Karen Wong, ela é Chief Executive Officer da Continental Aerospace Technology, empresa mundial baseada aqui em Mobile, Alabama, e ela prometeu e nós vamos cobrar uma visitinha ao Brasil. Muito obrigado você que nos assiste na Flap Internacional, nessa entrevista internacional diretamente de Mobile, Alabama, Estados Unidos.